Hey guys, this is Lucid. Welcome back. We're about to jump back into Bumble Rumble with middle-aged Atlantis. It's turn 46. I've got turn 47 too. I couldn't find a time to record 46 over the weekend, so I'll either do both of these back-to-back, or we might be able to fit them into one episode. So, a message from man. Atlanteans, we humbly plead with you, not as a nation, but as a people. The ever-young and their descendants must be remembered, and we could think of no safer place to keep their memories than those damned lizards, to keep their memories from those damned lizards and the northern elves than under the sea. Our witches told us of the troubles Satis would bring upon our nation, so we striked at them early. The Ulmish were already in a border skirmish with them, so we were able to press our advantage. Not quickly enough, however. Before we were able to finish them, foul vapors of Satis and the long dead rose up under the command of marsh masters. While the witches could protect us from the poison, the tide of long dead was too great for us to deal with easily. We were close to breaking them. Once or twice we would have probably succeeded if it had not been for Vanarus. We'd had a border skirmish with them in the early in the Ascension War, but it seemed that they had come back for more. Had we been more prepared, either retreated from the war with Satis or finished them sooner, our witches could have stopped them. Our government has been exiled from man, but there have been a few hideouts left. They pray for the return of the remnant of the ever-young, for him to show these heathens his might. They pray for their last Longorian wise men to take up arms to emulate Golagras in the hands in his stand against Satis. I pray for them to bleed. Okay. So apparently this is a story of man. Man, I think, missed the last episode, which of course we did our diplomacy update. So he got this in. I think I didn't send him a message back. Normally I've been sending messages back thanking them for this. So I need to remember to do that in my next turn. But anyway, so this is kind of cool. So man has been fighting Satis, but then he got back. So he gangbanged Satis, but then while that was happening, Vanarus stabbed him in the back. Which, honestly, I don't know if it's karma or what, but if you jump in and double team somebody else, I feel like it's even more likely you're about to get double teamed. I'm not sure why that is. I can't think of any logic for why that would happen. It's just something I've noticed. Okay, so he was trying to get them, I guess, before Horde of Skeletons came online, which is really hard, by the way. Horde of Skeletons comes online for Satis pretty fast. And, yeah, he just kind of got outmaneuvered. It's so hard taking a fort, too, from Horde of Skeletons, unless you have flyers. It's really hard. Trying to take forts from Satis. Ooh. Okay, so we cast Voice of Tiamat. Our god empowered himself in air, and then, because he is on his quest to fulfill the forging conditions for this Amulet of Fish, so that we can pay some form of penitence for having done this dirty deed against Yis. Okay, I mean, it's dirty. It's definitely dirty, but we did pay for it. It's not like he gave it to us for free. But I bet he's wishing he didn't. Okay, we found a magic site. Sea of Dead... memories? Oh, shit. I didn't even notice this, actually. I was just not having a ton of time to play this turn over the weekend, so it's probably suboptimal. But yeah, that's really cool. Death, Astral Water. Nice. We like that. Okay, this is hilarious. So, Pangea's god got summoned back by the AI. And, unfortunately, this is going to interrupt our script, because this guy right here was set to summon 2 and then retreat. So he's going to retreat, which means he's not going to be present for my fort battle. Okay, 120. No, there's a chance all these guys could die and then we could rout. You can see he has literally no research since he's casting Flying Shard. Okay, we are chipping away at him. This is not one of our, like, particularly strong dudes either. I don't think Bleed can work on him because he's inanimate. Okay, so while this looks like a success because we're killing Pangea's god, it is going to put at risk our storming of the fort. Okay. So now if we go to... We'll just do this for continuity. We'll go to the Battle of the Fort. You can see our Fire Elemental Summoner isn't here. There's not much inside, but we'll see if it may matter. The problem was the Fire Elementals were going to add HP to the pool that was going to make it less dangerous for these Lobo Guard to be here. Okay, we kill one. I don't know what... This is some really weird thing, where they're routing, but they're not moving. I don't get this. Okay, now shit. Now my guy takes a morale check and loses because there aren't any freaking Fire Elementals. So thank you, God of Pangaea. You know, honestly, he could have broken out and caused gym usage, I guess. So it's not really... It's more on me than it is on him. And by him, I mean, like, the God of Pangaea. It's on me. It's on me. I'm just frustrated with myself. Okay, so... Yes is trying to knock me off his fort. He's got a big horde of heavy cav, and these guys aren't super cheap. I think they're like, what, 40 gold a pop? I mean, they're pretty solid little troops. There goes Falling Frost. Just bam. Right on top of them. There it goes again. There it goes again. You know, honestly, thinking about it, like, what are the things you would want on your Bless? You really want cold resistance. And you probably want shock resistance. Fire resistance, I'm not so certain about. But, like, we got close. We had fire shock, and, I don't think there's a way to get cold, but... God, it's something we would want. Get a little friendly fire there. Okay, so we repel him quite successfully. We lost 6 of our dudes. We have a battle at the Fortress of Pelagio. Okay, so this is for the money. If you recall, we are trying to take 3 forts this turn, and so far, okay, we've repelled the attack off one. We haven't shown the... Actually, we'll come back and do this. Let's look at the battle for this one, because that was... So, he tried to kick us off with an army, and he didn't succeed, and now we're going inside. So this is battle for fort number 2. Because he's ethereal, he can just walk up the wall and smack him, which is basically what he's doing. Okay, so we take this one. And we've already shown the battle in Pangaea where we didn't, so we're 1 for 2. Let's see if we can take Pelagio. This will obviously be the hardest since it has a pretender god, the monolith inside, with a fair amount of research behind it. Okay. So this guy's buffing up. We have little sharks running through. Private Plumpkit casting School of Sharks. And the sharks are running up here while the elementals are all mucking around. Okay. Where's my dude? Okay, well... We're gonna watch it again. I want you to be able to see my dude. and what he's doing. So all the work is going to be on this guy, right? So he has an Axe of Hate, a Smasher, a Rhyme Hallberg, Boots of the Messenger, Ring of Regeneration to deal with chip damage, and then Amulet of Anti-Magic so that he doesn't get Soul Slayed or something like that. Okay, here he comes. He's on attack rear, because I wanted him to take out this little mage so he didn't sit there and pepper me with stuff, like Encase and Ice. Okay, we're running in, but he's cast Swarm just as I get close. He's got Water Elementals coming out, which in theory can kill me. Now over here, we've got... You can't really tell, these are my fish. And they cannot kill this guy. So they're just sitting here, literally clogging this up from the Water Elementals. And because all the Water Elementals want to kill that, none of them are going to come help bail my dude out. So this is like the autistic Dominion's artificial intelligence. It's like, yes, this totally makes sense. This also is how corporations run. Okay, now my guy's scared shitless, so he's gonna take a hike. Which, I'd be scared shitless too, bro. It's not on you. Okay, we have one Brave Soul running forward. Okay, we are horror marking his Pretender for all the good that's gonna do it. And still, these fishies sit here. I mean, this is literally... yeah. So we're gonna have to fix this in the next turn. Now, his Water Elementals are all Body Ethereal too, because they sat there right next to him for like 40 rounds. Mine are still desperately trying to climb their way over those fish. Good news is we burnt our way through his all of his gems. That's about the only good news I can think of. Okay. So we are we're 1 for 3. Which, you know, I've had worse luck at things in Dominions, but... we did get a Skull Face, which is kind of huge. I think we were going to forge one anyway. And we got 2,000 gold and a bunch of gems. So that's pretty huge. So for all you luck haters out there, look at this item, Nanny Nanny Boo Boo. The cool thing, for those of you who don't know, if you have a spell attached to an item, you can cast it for 5 fatigue. So you can really make a ton of skeletons with this, if you're willing to risk it to get the biscuit, if you know what I mean. But you have to be pretty careful about what you put it on. Okay, so what are we gonna do? Well, we're making the air... I was thinking about empowering him in water. I don't have enough, because I'm sending some water gems up here to reload. We're making the... This is the shield I've been trying to get it from Ulm for forever. Because Ulm says he has gotten... Construction 6, but he says he has no air mages. Which, honestly, look, we're turn 46. Like, the odds are not... It's like 1 in 16 to get an air mage. And you need to be cranking out, like, 6 a turn. Like, the odds are not possible. So, either he's lying to me because he doesn't want to forge it, which is possible. I think likely. But, he's been complaining about it a lot, so it is possible he has... you know, been making 4 of these mages a month, and literally, you know, has had none in the 1 in 16 chances of getting an air mage. An air random master smith. Now, I got kind of lucky, not to brag, in my game. I got one on, like, turn 3. He did make priestsmiths out of his capital, and generally I won't make priestsmiths out of my capital as Ulm until I get an air random, because air randoms are so important. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so we're making this. Why are we making this shield? There's a few reasons. One is, unlike the Vine Shield, it is probably going to hold up in a very long battle, because it has reasonably high protection. So, pretty good chance it's going to survive. Shock resistance is definitely very nice. I like things that I can hold that give me, in my hands, that give me resistances. Shocking Grasp is actually pretty damn good. It does, basically, one person's going to get hit for 18 armor negating lightning damage, and then the whole square is going to get hit for basically for 1 damage. And this can stun everybody. So, it's going to be pretty good against Yis. They have, we can see right here, they have shock resistance in their blast, but it's not going to be enough. Oh, well, they don't have anybody to bless them. So Yis really couldn't have come out and attacked. Anyway. But I think they have shock resistance 10. So, yeah, we've got to... this will still help, right? Because if we're in a situation where we're worried our god might get fatigued out, or, he might get paralyzed, which is totally possible, this will basically give him a way to still clear out all the Movark Knights very slowly, which is something that we definitely like. So we're going to go ahead and make it. Next turn we'll probably empower in water, and then we will have achieved all the conditions to make our Amulet of the Fish as our penitence empowerment. Okay, so I think that's about it for most of the things. So we see that it's most likely that the Movarks are here. He's got a lot of priests here. I'm not sure what the deal is. I was thinking about attacking, but these guys are not going to win outside of the PD. So what we're going to try to... We've got a ton of PD. This... which one? Okay, you right here, who's going to be up right in the front in the middle of the PD. You are going to smash with Falling Frost. Everybody else is going to go do a big buff cycle. And hopefully we can kill a lot of them. I have no idea how many there are. I mean, but holding this is going to be even more important now, because I'm moving this big army back on top of Pangaea, because I'm going to have to break through the walls again. So that's going to be annoying. These guys are going to get out of dodge. And yeah, honestly, until losing this was a big deal, because I didn't have anybody on top, so I might lose another turn sieging it. And I would have had flexibility moving these guys off if I took this, but now it's like I have to defend this. So we'll see. There's also a lot of knights up here. What I think Yis will do is move here and then take these guys. It looks like he's defending a fort, so I don't know. Maybe he'll move here, maybe he won't. Basically here we're just moving back on top. There's any commander anymore that can break out. We've killed his only mage, so we're just going to come over this way. We've still got our Foul Vapors trap. And I think that's about it. Not too much happening on the relay in front. It looks like he's just site searching, which is fine. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. We're forging Boots of the Messenger, and we're also cranking out a ton of lightless lanterns. Our research is up to 984, which is respectable. You really got to get to 1,000 pretty quick. That's kind of like a landmark. We're getting there by turn 46, which is slow. It's like definitely slow. So we're not winning any research battles, but we're probably in the top third now. Which, it's not great, but beggars can't be choosers. And I think we're at 20 minutes, so I think we'll go ahead and call it. I send a message to Pelagia saying arg after he repelled me here in his capital. Yeah, I think we'll call it, and we'll go ahead and do the next turn on the next episode. Thank you guys. See you next time.